Welcome back to the Spring Fours. This is the fourth video, I think, or fifth video. I'm not sure how many matches. I'm losing track now. We are out of the main event. We are looking to do the Punchbowl today. So we've been here. We're on Sunday evening now. We're already had 2 full days of play. Lots of boards, 120 odd boards, 128 boards already so far for us. And we're having fun. The team spirit's good. Even when we lose, it's good. We're not feeling too defeated on ourselves, which I think can potentially fester sometimes. So that's been really nice. And none of the matches we've lost by enough that one individual mistake doesn't feel too bad, which is quite nice. If you make one mistake and lose, and we had hello.
I showed a comedy hand to Gaz, and he suggested I show it to you. You might be interested.
I would love to. I'll just finish this bit and I'll get back to you. Sorry, yeah. So someone's going to offer me a nice hand potentially to film. So I'll do that. Yeah, that might get in a different video actually, because that was from the previous set. So we're in for the Punchbowl now. I'll explain how that works in a bit. But basically, all the teams that are out now are going to spend this evening qualifying for the Punchbowl, which starts tomorrow. If we don't qualify for that, we do a one-day Swiss called the Hamilton Cup. So there's loads of bridge. Even if you get, I know it's a knockout event, but even if you're knocked out, there's loads of things to fall into. So I'm just going to have a chat with that gent, and then I'll let you know how the Punchbowl works. So here's the directors and the list of places where we can get some information. Here we have a screen, and you can come out, and these are live. So as long as both boards on both tables are finished, those imps will count. So you can see here, those top four matches were the undefeated people, and then they're defeated people. You can see we were there. We lost by 16 in the end. Not one individual board lost it as. And then here's the draws. These are the undefeated people. So you can see that Raj is still in, playing Orca, and Dan Mack is still in, playing Penfold, Dan Mack and Nikolai. And then here's the defeated teams. All these teams have been defeated. We were there. We would have played Bell eventually. So at this point here, that's tomorrow morning, we would have played Matt Brown if we'd stayed in. We didn't. Mossop would not have been an easy match. So good luck, Frederick, if you see this. And here's the seating alignments, and we're down here. So we're playing in a 4-way mini knockout. So I don't know I'm going to get enough boards in if we do this. We're going to be playing the Salway team. Okay, and then Garvey is going to be playing Covert Operations. And then if we win and someone wins there, we will play them. And the winner of this little group of 4 goes into the Punchbowl, which is an 8-team knockout that's played throughout tomorrow. There's a group of 4. Gillis didn't want to play in it, so they dropped out. And there's a group of 4 again. So they're going to be playing some sort of 3-way head-to-head trial sort of thing. And then these have got the same thing. They play a match, and then they play a match, and then the winners play. And then if you got knocked out earlier, here's the other people who are going to qualify for the Punchbowl. So here's a group. Here's a group, and then I don't actually know where that group's picture is. But obviously these teams are playing like each other, some sort of round robin, and maybe 2 from each group or 1 from each group, or some other people will get into the Punchbowl. I don't quite know exactly how it works, but we're going to be whittling down to like 8 teams, and there's all the teams still left in the event. So interesting. So we're on the lunch break now. We're going to be starting soonish, and we're playing Norman Selway's team. So wish us the best of luck. So this came up in the last set, and just an interesting hand. Matt, for the first time this weekend, said something nice about my play. So I will show you my nice play. And I opened, no I didn't, my partner opened a diamond, and I had this hand, and it goes a diamond, and the overcall 4 hearts. I haven't got a bid, and it just gets passed out. So you're on lead against 4 hearts, and you hold, I can't remember the exact hand. You've got Queen third, 3 to the 10, King Jack to 4, 3 low. And if they opened, well, when they jump to 4 hearts here, partner's likely to got natural diamonds. Partner's got at least 4 diamonds, you'd think. If they've got a weak no trump, they're likely to have 2 hearts, because you've got 3 and this guy's just bid 4 hearts. So which means they've got 4 diamonds anyway, or they're unbalanced with diamonds. So it's probably safe to lead a diamond from the king. Partner's going to have the ace of the queen most of the time. It's unlikely that Declare is going to have both of them. So the diamond's probably safe, so you could lead a diamond. It could be right to lead a spade or a club or a trump. It's difficult to know. But how many diamonds do you think are cashing? Realistically, probably 1 at most. Okay? Sometimes you'll cash 2 and it'll be fine. But when you're only cashing 1 diamond, what you need to do is you need to retain the lead. So this is a call for leading the king of diamonds at trick 1. and the dummy is likely to have the tennises and bits that you need to lead through, and you don't necessarily know which black suit to switch to or whether to continue diamonds. And if you lead a low one, it might be the partner can't attack the suit you need to attack. For example, partner might have like ace queen of spades or clubs over the king in dummy, and I need to switch to that. So I led the king of diamonds at trick 1, which was a bit of a goal. I say we can always beat it whatever happens. We ended up beating it by 2, but you can see what happens when I see dummy. It looks right now with dummy having jack to 5 spades is to switch to a club. We need to get some club tricks to beat this. We're going to make 1 diamond, probably only 1 diamond, unless partner's like 4-1-4-4 or something. So we need some club tricks and maybe a spade. It's unlikely that we're not going to make a spade trick. Partners like to have the ace or the king, and we're probably going to make a spade. So we need to make 2 clubs, but we need to do it in such a way that we can attack clubs from our side of the table, because partner might not have good enough clubs to play one through. If Declare's got any of the honours, the queen or the jack or anything like that, it needs to be us. Even if partner's got like queen, jack, 9, we need to be the one playing them, I think, because partner won't be able to play clubs twice on her side of the table. So I switched to a club at trick 2, went small, queen, small, and then partner exited with a heart. She did very well whenever she was in not to lay down and cash the ace of diamonds. She knew potentially that I could have led the king from king to 4. It's unlikely I've got king doubleton, because I would have played a second one at trick 2. So if I've got king to 3 or king to 4, it's wrong for her to cash the ace of diamonds, because it could get roughed and set the queen up. It might look like we were lucky, but there's plenty of people in the room who've let through 10 tricks there. Matt let through 10 because they got a small diamond lead. Matt wins the ace, and you just look at Matt's hand when you see the whole hand, the hand with the ace of diamonds. What are you switching to? You could play partner for the jack of clubs. There's 5 spades in dummy. You could just be right to be passive and lead a heart, but if you don't attack clubs ever, they just set the spades up. So you've got to be really careful here. So Matt did well. Matt did well because basically if you play a heart back and you don't attack clubs at any point, they can get the spades out. They play a spade to the king. Best defense is to fly ace, but if you don't fly with ace, you play spade to the king and spade, and now you're in the same predicament. You can't attack clubs without setting a club trick up. So the times to lead these high cards when you're defending high level contracts is when basically the hand is likely to be preemptive. So if they open 4 hearts, you should be leading an ace often, or at least unsupported aces, because the odds that you're setting the king up in Declare's hand lessen the more trumps they have. And it might be right for you to retain the lead and attack through dummy, because that's the hand that you're going to need to be careful of. And Declare is just going to have a stack of trumps. So it won us imps. I can't remember how many imps that won us. It won us 11 imps because teammates made it, and we beat it. But we actually beat it by 2 because Declare played to make it. But it's fine. King of Diamonds lead trick 1, worked wonders. And Matt Brown, it was endorsed by Matt Brown, so that's good. So first set down, there's my lovely partner talking to her husband. I don't think we've done great. We bid a combined 29 count slam, that was good. And then we got some negatives, and obviously, if you're sitting there getting 4 or 5 negatives, it doesn't feel great. You hold 5 low, stiff, queen to 6, stiff, and you open 2 diamonds. It's love all, and we have the agreement that when we are green, our 2 level bids are potentially quite bad. Often 5 card suits. So this, you decide to open 2 diamonds, and over this your left-hand opponent bids 2n, and your partner doubles it. Pass on your right. Well, it was a fidget pass on your right, but pass on your right. Do you run? And if you do, what do you run to? Or do you sit it? Partner must have a good hand. Partner must have at least as good a hand as the person who's bid 2n here. And do you think you're beating 2n? Partner could have solid clubs. Partner could have an 18 and 19 count or something here. Partner could be really good. You've got a 2 count, so it could be stronger jump on your left. And partner could have like a 19 or 20 count or something like that. So, partner could have this off in their own hand. But if they don't, are you contributing? No. The danger in running, though, is partners likely to, as it stands, they haven't run to hearts or they haven't run to clubs on your right, which means that partners like to have hearts and clubs. So partner might not have spade support for you, partner might not have diamond support for you. But they could just be doubling on like King Jack X of diamonds and a good hand, and maybe they're beating it. So maybe 2N is beatable, and because they haven't run, there might be logic that partner, when they don't have diamond support and is beating 2N, partner has hearts and clubs, and you're just in a misfit and running is bad, so your best chance for a plus. So Andy passed, which may be right, may be wrong, and this what happens is the 2-notch overcaller runs themselves. They run to 3 clubs, and your partner doubles this. Now what are you doing? Well, now you have no help in the defence. Partner needs to be able to beat 3 clubs in their own hand. You know that the diamonds are over you. You know there's going to be like Ace Jack, King 10 of diamonds over your queen. And you've got no sort of tricks. The best case scenario is partner leads Ace of Hearts and gives you a heart ruff, but otherwise partner needs 5 tricks in their own hand. And when they overcall 2N here, they're often going to have 6 clubs. It's one of these, like, you know, they've got like a 14 count, 6 good clubs and a diamond stop. And maybe partner hasn't got it beat in their own hand, and maybe partner's playing you for like a random 7 count and you haven't got it. So now I think you are more justified to running just because it's teams and you can't afford to let this doubled make. And I think it's more likely to make than 2N was, probably. So also when they run to clubs, partner now might have spades. So Andy ran to 3 spades, which I think is right. I'm not sure whether I would have run first time. Maybe I would, maybe I wouldn't. But I think now running is right. And partner, who knows Andy, I knew Andy wouldn't run without with anything. So Andy must have sod all, and must be something like 4-6 or 5-6. I didn't raise with Ace Queen 10 to 4 spades and a 16 count. There's the whole hand. I didn't raise, and Andy managed to make 9 tricks on the nose. So that feels well judged, I think, from Andy. And for us to just make 9 means that might be a plus position. That might be some imps in. So here's to hoping that gains us a thing. We also bid a slam as well, but yeah, I think we were just a bit sloppy and overbidding and going one off a few times, so we'll see. Felt like a better set. There's Matt. We're going to sit down in some wider places, so people are mingling about. If we lose this one, that's it for us today. We'll go and get a pint or something. I'll give you a hand. This is your hand. You've got stiff king, 2 low, 3 to the 10, King Jack 10 to 7, and your partner opens a 20, 21, 2-notch trumps. Do you make a slam tray or not? Is basically what you want. And the slam tray you've got available is 4 hearts, is a transfer to 5 clubs, either to play or it's a slam tray, and partner can bid intervening steps to show interest. So 4 hearts would show interest, 4N would be a sign off, and 5 clubs would be to play over that. That's one option you've got. The other option you've got is just to bid 3N. Oh, you're not passing. And if you just count your points, you've got a 20 or 21 opposite 7. So you've not got the required points, but you've got a pretty good hand, given you've only got a 7 count. Stiff king of spades is going to be very good if partner's got the ace or the queen. It's going to be pretty bad if they haven't. It's going to be wasted, sort of. And partner needs a lot of aces and kings for you to make slam. And the danger of that is it possible that 5 clubs of 4N goes off? Yes, I think so. But the thing you need to consider is when partner, if you were to generate 20-point hands or 21-point hands, they are on average going to have more aces and kings than queens and jacks. For various reasons. What I mean by that, they're more likely to have an ace than 2 queens. And the reason for that is, it's just to do with the vacant spaces and mathsy stuff. They need fewer aces to make up their big point count hands, which means there are more combinations of hands with aces in that get you to 20 points. So whenever a partner's got a big hand, they're actually more likely to have aces and kings and queens and jacks. It's just a statistical thing. So that's going for it. So I toyed it. That went through my mind. That actual theory went through my mind. So have a think about what you do. Obviously, you don't want to be going off here when 3N's making, and you don't want to be in the wrong game. If you need to be in 5 clubs instead of no trumps, or you need to be in no trumps instead of 5 clubs. I just bid 3M, and I don't know if it's right. It felt close, and I was worried that, like, if partner hasn't got clubs and they sign off in 4N, that 4N might be one too high if partner hasn't got clubs. For example, if partner is missing the ace of clubs, a spade lead takes out your entry to the clubs, and my hand might be dead. So, and when partner hasn't got clubs, 5 clubs is definitely not safe. So, I don't know. Partner's more likely to have short clubs and long clubs based on your length there. Again, just a bit of statsy stuff. So, the full hand's there. Andy made 13 tricks in no trumps. So we got 720. We might outscore 5 clubs up to 640, maybe. I don't know. I think the other table, they are a bit more aggressive than we are. I actually thought we had a good set, but the last 2 boards, they bid a slam. It's a good slam. And we missed a slam, and it's a good slam. So, potentially, going into the last 2 boards, I thought we were probably winning the match. We'd done pretty well. Nothing bad through, really tight defence. We beat like a couple of contracts by a trick. But we'll have to see what teammates bring back, and hopefully, if those 2 boards are flat, I reckon we win it. Sad face time. We're out. That slam hand, if I bid slam, we make it, but there were other swings in the last set as well. Teammates missed the game. There's a game we could have gone off and we made, but that was flat. So there was lots of opportunities, and for the first time this weekend, we've lost a match by a single game swing in. So yeah, we're not too downhearted. We're going to be just having a few drinks now, waiting for Matt to finish so they can go to a restaurant, and I'm going to meet up with a friend. So I don't know whether this is going to be the first half of the next video, so this might merge into a longer one if I've not got enough hands for you to do today. So yeah, that's it for us on the Punchbowl. Yet again, I've never played in the Punchbowl. I always fail to make it through the qualifier. It doesn't matter how long I last in the main event, when it comes to Punchbowl qualifying, I can't win. So, you know, another year. I've got plenty more years of this to go, and we will be back tomorrow. I'm going to take a bit of a breather now. I've done a lot of filming this weekend, so we're just going to have a nice early night and a couple of liquid beverages. So peace out everyone. I'll see you either later on in this video where we're doing some more bridge, or in the next one.